the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
We talk about AI a lot on the show, Fitz, but the question is, and I love this article, it talks about, well, with everything and the speed of AI and the ability, and it's true when you think about a world that everybody has the smartest man in their pocket on the planet. So I have access 24/7 to the smartest man in the world, and he's sitting on my iPhone. I can't look at him in the mirror, but I've got him in my pocket. So this article talks about where we're going to be in 2030.
It's a bit scary to even think about.
Only 5 years away. It's 5.5 years away.
So what are they saying?
Okay. Everybody will have superhuman strength.
Oh, come on.
Because they're saying you will be able to, what do they call it? Robotic exoskeletons. So really, it's robotic parts built into your arms and legs and your back, whatever you might need to be able to run as fast as you want to run. I mean, I could jog from here to Melbourne with my exoskeleton.
I've had 3 knee reconstructions on my right knee. Can I get a new leg?
Yeah, no, but you can have an exoskeleton.
What, in 5 years?
Yes, you can. And then you will be able to walk forever without any pain because you'll have, I don't know, bits of aluminium and stuff holding your leg together.
You've still got to get... But there's got to be a doctor that can put it into my leg.
No, it doesn't need to. You slip it on like a pair of pants.
What?
Yes, it's a robotic exoskeleton suit. So graphite pieces. And you would be able to just turn your legs on when you wanted.
I don't think you can buy a pair of fast pants, mate, for $100.
The day will come when you're lying in bed and a built-in alarm clock that you've set the night before goes off in your head and vibrates your body and then automatically makes you sit up in bed and walk to the shower. You're not even awake yet. Then the water will come on automatically at a preset timer to the temperature you want, and then you will get in a driverless car and find yourself at work and then wake up. But I'm in the nude.
This is getting scary.
They also said super healing and immortality. There'll be nanobots in our blood stream that can fly around, and if there's any issues, like mutating cells, the nanobots will be able to recognise that and then fix the issue.
I mean, we can't... We're struggling to get over to green power, and you're telling me that we're going to be flying around in nanosuits?
Keep burning the coal. You're going to be fine, guys. Devices that give humans enhanced senses could be on the market. So it's the networking and telecommunications company suggesting digital wristbands could give you the ability to then feel digital objects.
Oh,
so if you send me a PowerPoint... PowerPoint doc with images on it, Fitz, I'll be able to feel those documents.
I'm still trying to work out a schedule with my holiday to Broken Hill.
Yeah.
How am I going to get one of these pair of fast pants?
No, fast pants. Well, you won't need your car, mate. You won't need your holiday. You can just tell the AI to run you to Broken Hill. Guys, I'm off to Broken Hill. How are you getting there? I'm running with my exoskeleton legs.
Okay.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Okay, we need to speak to this man because we're heading into winter. We've started winter now and we've got the flu season. And I tell you what, there's a fair bit going around at the moment. When I hear that there's new diseases, my eyes immediately divert to Tom Ivy. But no, we're not going to speak to Tom today.
No, thank you.
We're going to speak to a qualified doctor. It's Dr. Andrew Rochford.
Hey, Roch.
Hello. Goodness me.
I get nervous when you come in. Lots to talk about, Roch. Many great topics in 13 24 10 if you would like to ask the good doctor a question. My son, Jack, he is 8 years old. He has got pneumonia. That's a fun one to have.
Yeah. Tick that off the bucket list.
So is that, there's viral and then what's the other one?
Bacterial.
So I think something started viral and ended up bacterial.
It can work like that. So, yes, pneumonia is not necessarily specifically caused by one thing. Pneumonia is an infection in the lungs. But, yeah, pneumonia it's a serious condition.
Because that's the old person's friend, isn't it?
A lot of older people do get pneumonia, particularly if they find themselves in hospital. But, you know, it's that time of year. One of the big ones that we're trying to get people to know about is respiratory syncytial virus, RSV.
Oh, this is the new one, Roch,
Well, it's not new. It's been around for a very long time.
I've had it before. I had it a couple of years ago.
It falls under that category of respiratory viruses. So there's the ones that we know about, you know, the usual suspects, influenza, COVID, and then there is all these other respiratory viruses. RSV is kind of at the top of those. Most kids, by the time they get to the age of 2, have had RSV.
Right.
But the big issue is the older generation. So over 60, we know that if you get RSV, you're at an increased risk of hospitalisation and it can be very bad. So we need to be getting people to understand that, for most of us, might put us in bed, might make us a bit unwell. But again, it's those vulnerable ends of the community, the young ones and the older ones that we need to care about.
Is there a vaccine for it, Roch? Or no?
There is a vaccine. There's a lot of different options for people, particularly those that are a little bit older, might have a chronic condition. And you guys have all heard this. I mean, we spent a couple of years talking about it. But the same thing, if you've got a heart condition or a lung condition, you are at higher risk. So you should be talking to your doctor, talking to your pharmacist about the options that you have, to avoid RSV.
Is it very contagious?
It is. You can pick it up from the surface. You can, if you touch your face, it's easily spread. Particularly, I mean, we love our little children, our little humans. They're wonderful. But my goodness, don't they know how to grow some germs?
Oh, masters of the grub.
Vaccines, I know how important they are. But, okay, so our family, the boys have got school vaccines that they are going to be getting, the flu shot and stuff. But do we have to get a flu shot? Do we have to get a COVID shot? Do we have to get an RSV shot? Is there certain ones that we should be targeting every winter?
Yeah, so, I mean, breaking them out. So with the RSV, I think particularly for the vulnerable groups, they should be talking to their doctor and their pharmacist about the choice there. With regards to influenza and COVID, we know the flu vaccine is something that people need to be thinking about. But the other thing around all vaccines, I like to look at it from the point of view, yes, you're protecting yourself. But the other thing is we're protecting the rest of the community. Because, for most of us, it's not deadly. For some parts of the community, these viruses can be. So, I think you need to be thinking about not only yourself, but thinking about those that you're around, whether there's older, grandparents and other people that you're spending time with when you're making those choices.
We've got a text message here from Malcolm in Rose Bay. And Malcolm would like to know, can you overdose on Mounjaro, doctor?
Mm-hmm.
You can, absolutely. You need to take it very seriously. Yep. Who's that coming from?
Malcolm from Rose Bay.
Yeah. Malcolm from Rose Bay. It's amazing how much time I spend speaking to Malcolm from Rose Bay.
Just to extend on Malcolm's questions, I think it said that Malcolm was on sort of 5 milligrams. I believe last time he upped it to 7.5. He had chronic diarrhea for about a week.
It's amazing. And Malcolm actually, he reached out to me at that time and he said, is this normal? And I said, you just got to ease up, Malcolm. I feel like you pushed it. You want to just pushed it a little bit too far.
Too much. Maybe look for it like in between. Maybe Malcolm in the middle.
But jokes aside, I mean, you do need to, it has become so mainstream and you need to be talking to your practitioner.
Rog, for those that are out there on Ozempic, right, you do hear a lot about this. Every week there's another story about people having the side effect of blindness or they can't taste anymore. All this sort of stuff. Does this happen?
Everything has a risk associated with it. I think that, unfortunately, we get this momentum that comes with these, miracle drugs solving so many things. And yes, it is really helpful, particularly for people at the top end of the spectrum that really, their weight could be life-threatening, like Malcolm.
We've got Maria on the line from Marrickville. What's your question for the doctor this morning? He's all yours, Maria.
Hello, doctor. So I've just read online that high-intensity workouts can be bad for women's hormones. I just wanted to know if it's true because I've been thinking of doing some exercise as well. I don't know which ones to choose.
It's a really good question. Look, the first thing that I start with is no matter what, all exercise, all choices can impact things. I'll be honest, I haven't heard about high-intensity exercise impacting female hormones.
Right.
But look, there are certain types of exercise that impact people in different ways. But, I think it's about deciding what are you trying to achieve, what do you actually enjoy, and then doing it day in and day out. Because I think with high-impact, intense exercise, for a lot of people, they're trying to get as much done in a really short period of time, but you can get the same outcome if you're doing less over a longer period of time, consistently day in and day out. So, look, Maria, I think it comes down to what are you trying to do if it is something that you're concerned about. There's so many other options.
Georgia in Bondi. Hi, Georgia.
Hi, guys. So I've started dating someone new, right? But every single time I'm around them, I'm like coughing and sneezing. Like I just get so stuffy. And so I'm like, can you actually be allergic to another person?
Oh, that is a great question.
Got into this relationship.
So, I mean, allergies are you can be allergic to much anything.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
And in this circumstance, whether you're actually allergic to the human or you're allergic to the things that the human might be using, so it might be aftershave or perfume, it might be a detergent that they're using to wash their clothes.
Sure.
It might be a pet, or it might be something that they're around.
Or
that
like soap for Tommy, yeah.
Oh, the old soap dodger.
Exactly. Again, can be allergic to anything, and so it might not necessarily be the person, but I think
I'm allergic. I think I'm allergic to whip. I really do, and I don't have antihistamines. I take fentanyl just to get through it sometimes.
There's
Completely unfair.
physical, and then there's psychological allergies.
Two different topics.
And I feel like can we see a show of hands in the room here? Who feels
hands
they might
down,
be?
hands.
Tom's allergic to whip as well. Gosh, the two producers are.
Ryan in Miranda. Hello, Ryan.
Morning, boys.
Save me here, Ryan. What's your question for Dr. Andrew Rochford?
So every time I feel a cold or like flu coming on, should I also be doing a COVID test as well?
I think for a very long time there we got so sick of talking about COVID, but COVID still exists. COVID is still something that is dangerous to members of our community, and I think doing a COVID test, it doesn't necessarily change what you're going to do. It gives you a diagnosis if you're positive, but it also means that you're not exposing yourself again to people that are at high risk. You shouldn't be. That whole going to work when you've got a runny nose or you're feeling sick isn't something we should be endorsing. You should be wearing a mask, protecting others around you. But yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with knowing whether it's COVID or not.
Yep.
But again, I think in those circumstances, it's about making sure you're protecting others as much as you're protecting yourself.
What's in Armour Force, Roch? Armour Force is really good. You know,
That's for your car, isn't it?
I think that's pretty much
to polish your car.
No. Armour Force is like, to my understanding, is like it's a really strong multivitamin. So if I'm starting to feel run down, I take a couple of Armour Force.
That doesn't
and I'm
work,
back
mate.
pumping,
If you're feeling run down, you can't take anything
Yes,
to get
you
over.
can.
You're already run down, aren't you?
Armour Force.
Doc, you're done.
Well, firstly, I do think it's an automobile cleaning product. So if you are taking it,
Have I got the
it's
right
not.
name?
Fitzy's talking about Armour All.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't drink that if you're feeling under the weather.
You're under the bonnet. So Armour Force, it's like a strong multivitamin, I think.
First and foremost, you've got to make sure you're getting a good diet. So lots of different coloured fruits, vegetable, whole foods. That's where you're going to get the majority of all the vitamins and minerals that you need. If you do need to supplement, whichever is your brand of choice when it comes to multivitamin can assist with doing that. But, I think there's just a lot of things at this time of year we need to be prioritising. One of those is making sure we're eating lots of great whole foods. 2, getting outside, because I think it gets cold. There's always a new excuse why you don't want to be moving around and be active. And then the last thing is sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is completely underrated. I put it at the top of the list. If you're going to prioritise things to stay healthy and not feel run down, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep.
I love hearing that, Roch. I'd love to sleep next to you.
He is an author, he's a media personality, and he is a doctor. He's the first ever student to get his degree through TAFE, but we love him. Dr. Andrew Rochford.
Good on Roch. Nothing wrong with the TAFE system.
Thank you, guys.
Face of TAFE. Good on you, Roch. Great to see you.
Fits in Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.